The story of the swineherd marrying the princess. There's a very beautiful princess that lives in a castle, and her father is so pleased that she is so beautiful, every prince wants to marry her. However, there's one thing that's wrong with her body. The king wants to make it hard for all of the suitors, so he makes a task that says whoever can say what is wrong with the princess's body will be her husband. There's a swineherd that lives not too far away. He's so weird. He has a flute that he plays that he makes the pigs dance to. And he goes to the princess's window with the pigs, with his flute, and he's playing, and as the pigs are dancing around, she goes to the window. She looks out the window and she runs down the stairs because she's so excited to see these pigs dancing. She demands a pig from him, and he says, "I will give you a pig if you raise your skirt to your knees." She has no problem doing this. She raises her skirt to her knees. He looks to see if anything's wrong. He doesn't see anything. He says, this didn't work, but maybe tomorrow will be different. The next day, she comes down to him aggravated. She's mad that the pig did not dance. He explains to her that the pigs only dance when they're in company of each other. She says, "Well, why didn't you tell me that before? Give me another pig." He says, "Okay, I will give you another pig if you raise your skirt to your navel." She has no problem doing this again. She raises her skirt to her navel, and he is so pleased. He jumps up to the sky. He's excited because he finally has seen what's wrong with her. The princess has 3 golden hairs that come down from her stomach. So the next day, the swineherd goes to the castle, which is filled with suitors and princes that want to marry the princess. They are all wondering what could be wrong with her, what could be wrong with her. He says, "I know what's wrong with her." The one prince demands to tell him what's wrong with her for 100 thalers. The swineherd says, "Okay, I will tell you. There are 2 golden hairs that come from the princess's body." The swineherd goes into town, buys chocolate, gets a drink, gets dinner, comes back, finds out that the prince who told the king and the princess, who were previously laughing about all the other princesses' statements about how her cheeks were too red, her eyes were too blue, she was too beautiful, they were laughing. However, when they heard the prince say, "There are 2 hairs that come from her body," their laughter stopped. The king replies to say, "You were off by 1. And the swineherd comes in and says, "Yes, the princess has 3 hairs that come down from her body." The king, who is very mispleased because obviously he would want the princess to marry a prince rather than a swineherd, makes a deal. He says, "Both men will sleep with my daughter. Whoever she wakes up to facing in the morning will be her husband." Both men go to bed with her. She is in the middle, and they cannot sleep. The prince decides that he is very uncomfortable and decides to go to the bathroom in the princess's room. The swineherd is very confused, and he says, "Are you crazy to go to the bathroom in a princess's room?" Now the prince is very uncomfortable. He thinks that he's going to wake up the princess, so he gets into bed real quickly. The next morning, him going to the bathroom in the room caused a terrible odor, making the daughter face the swineherd at night. The swineherd in the morning opens up one of the chocolates that he purchased with the princess's 100 thalers. He opens the chocolate, which causes the daughter to wake up facing the swineherd. When the king comes in the next morning, he sees his daughter facing the swineherd. Therefore, the swineherd ends up marrying the princess.